There we go. Hey, welcome everyone to Overtake.gg. My name is René, and today, not just my shirt is on fire. I hope it's a special day, so I had to go for something that's a bit more outgoing, as we will have a look at Gran Turismo 7. If you haven't heard yet of Gran Turismo 7, you probably don't open your eyes normally on the internet or elsewhere, or you're not into racing games. Then welcome. Anyway, it is Gran Turismo 7. We're actually playing on a PlayStation 5, and we will hop into the very first minutes. I see actually our crew chief is already reporting in. That is very important, because without a proper support crew, you can't do anything in racing. We learned that the previous races. So great to see it. Hi, Lewis is also with us. That's good to know. What we will do today, so as I said, we will jump into the first minutes, more than that, of Gran Turismo 7. So it's the full version. We got everything. I can't say we got everything unlocked, because basically this account is brand new. I did the first 3 races to check if everything's alright. And there we are. So there's no license yet. There's no cool cars. Nothing. We just head in there and figure out what happens, right? So this will be cool. Warlock from New York City. Nice. Happened there once in my life, actually. And no, not true. 3 times. Red Hook, Manhattan. Red Hook twice, actually. All right. Let's see if all of this actually works. It does. Beautiful. That is Gran Turismo 7. As I said, we're on the PlayStation 5. Not on 4K, though. I don't have a 4K TV. Shame on me. Can't do much about that. And, oh, I have the game in German. Did not realize that before starting today. Oh, dear. I think we will survive that, right? We will survive it. I'm willing to translate absolutely everything for you guys. No matter what it is. Roulette is also in. So this is the map. There's obviously normally, if you're used to Gran Turismo, there would be some elevator style music now in the background. I turned that off. None of that today. Otherwise, we might just all float away on the sounds. What happened in the minutes that you didn't see? I started Gran Turismo 7. All of that is completely normal, and then you can't skip the intro video, which is, in terms of feeling, a bit like 10 minutes. So there's a bit of credits, and then you see some rendered scene and racing and stuff like that. It looks a bit like CGI. It could also be in-game now, to be honest, because it looks so good. So hard to tell, but that's what you missed. So the intro video. And then you have to do races in Japanese small cars. That is Overtake Private Island. Yes, so basically you see top left, this tent. That's where I live. That's René Mansion, next to my own private racetrack on the right. Obviously, the Colosseum that you see there, that's where my boss lives. Basically that. And my garage is kind of far away. I don't know why. That was a really bad decision on our private island, but hey, happens. So we were allowed to choose 1 out of 3 used Japanese small utility cars, like totally normal everyday cars. I didn't went for the Mazda, no. I went with a Honda Fit Hybrid. Why, you might ask? Because it was tuned by Spoon in the best motoring videos, so it must be a proper car. So I went with that. And you do an oval race, which is, and that's probably the hardest critique point for me, because Gran Turismo, I expect it to be great. I saw some of the other reviews, so I know what I get myself into, but the first race is basically exactly the same race you did in GT Sport, just with different cars. Same track, and all of that. So that was a bit disappointing. Because I was like, you know, you wanted something new, and you play GT Sport, and you're getting into GT7, and it's like, kind of know that already. But never mind. I'm absolutely sure we get a lot of new stuff coming up. Now, can you show us the track list? I'm not even sure I can, because you unlock that. So if you go here to the tracks where you can race, you can see that's the venues. 1 out of 10, 1 out of 15, 1 out of 9. And I can't even show you the others because they're not unlocked. So that's it. So We can't even from the beginning check all of them, nor visit all of them. I can't go to the Nürburgring Nordschleife, which would be the first thing I do, right? We see the Asian ones. Don't see Australia here now. So, oh, no, we don't want to go there. We went there already. So, the new way of playing GT is, you're actually doing these missions, right? So that's in the cafe. We go in the cafe, and that cafe gives us a menu every single time. Okay. Yep. So he basically tells us that we should do the license, that we did that, and he thinks that's cool that we did it. What's awesome about Gran Turismo 7, I have to say that, is that if someone Googles now how to change language, I will quickly do it. I can't just Google it on the side. That the person you see in those little bubbles, they're people from the Gran Turismo world, right? So, for example, Andy, who's an awesome guy that works on the world tour, it's like kind of is part of his baby, all of that. I worked with him back then when I was still casting on the Gran Turismo World Tour. He's the used dealer. He's the used dealership chef, basically, here, which is like the boss, not the chef. He's not cooking there. That's really cool, right? And you see Gran Turismo Sport, esports pros and stuff like that, which is absolutely amazing. Progression will be key. Yep, that's true. Red Bull, I would actually think they're in there. Who looks questionable? I think do I look questionable? I might do. So basically here, oh, we got a new track. Go. And Brett's nice. And a new menu. So you basically get a menu, and the menu is kind of your missions to progress, right? And this time it says European small cars. So probably it wants us to, can I see that? To get it. So we should get or buy a Fiat 500F from 68, a Mini Cooper S from 65, and a Volkswagen 1200 from 66. If we get those, then we get what's on the left. So in this case, we get a roulette ticket, and we unlock the high-speed ring in Japan. So turn, reselect language to on, then go back to the top screen and restart the game. How do I get into from the top screen? Go to GT menu. Okay, okay. We can quickly do that because that will be a lot easier for you guys than if I'll do it in German and then have to translate and then you guys not knowing what's going on and then it doesn't make sense. Options. Language you said, right? Is there a language text? No. Demo, network, controller, profile. Quickly check in. Demo, maybe it's in here. No, it's not. It's not sound. It's not network. Could be that it's actually done by my console. Do you think NASCAR is in? Good question. Really good question. I really don't know. Like, we will figure out now, right? So we have to get these 3 cars. We can probably race them and get them, I would say. But we also still need our license. So let's do the license first. Because I only did one so far. That was the brake test. We all get it. And we do the second one in our beautiful Mitsubishi GTO, which back then, by the way, Solus is one of the esports drivers. The Mitsubishi GTO, or GT, and what was it, 1200 GT? In Europe? It has a slightly different name. It's full of ton of technology. It's an all-wheel drive coupe. I think it even had all-wheel steering back then, which is really cool. Let's quickly get that test up. Oh, that's the because I said in the real car, it's a good looking car. Whoa, way too late. That was... Oh, that was not as far away as I thought. Want to do it again? There's no PC version, no. This is consoles only. It's all right, so we obviously get away quite quickly. Let's break a bit early. still not enough to get gold. Recommend a half cent in your first race to the speed of your hybrid. Like I said, I did the hybrid already, luckily, so we don't have to go through that again. It's a good looking title, right? We don't have to question that. I saw a few things on the Tokyo Expressway. I checked one out in the, there's like a pre-race before the game loads completely on the console. Where it was like, around the outside of the track, it didn't look too good, but looking at this is obviously beautiful. Looks really nice. So let's get into the next one. You've got your dailies, right? So daily in this case is driving for 42,195 kilometers. No, 42. Not 42,000. Pretty sure it's a bit over the top. So we got silver here. We get silver everywhere, probably. Hopefully. At least that. Okay. Okay. So they don't expect us to brake in this Daihatsu Cobra. Oh man, that's such a small, lovely looking car. I saw it tuned one. Oh, that was already at the end of the reference. I was expecting it to go a bit further than that. Whee! Did not get disqualified, and we got a goal immediately, so we can drive corners. Thank you, Solis. Wasn't sure if I can, but this showed to me I can. Although I revved it out until the absolute max. Look in the background, you see the rest of the track, it obviously looks great. The helicopter flying there. Yep, that was me going a bit in the dirt, but hey, that's part of it, right? That's just part of it. It's a bit sad. If I see this correctly, I always have to go back from this menu to the other menu to then choose the next tab. Which I would love to be just quicker, as like just, oh, go to the next one. That's it, and just continue, right? Your voice too quiet and the game too loud. We can quickly change that. Because we pinged that in last time and changed it slightly. Let's do that real quick. Alright. Should be better now. Alright, we do the same. But this time we do it in a TT... Audi TT Coupe. That's the V6 3.2 Quattro. That's the same engine as in the Golf R32 and back then in the old Seat Leon that existed with a 3.2 in all-wheel drive as well. The Cupra. Also exists as a, like the 3.2 TT. You can also get it as a 1.8 liter, even up to 225 horsepower in the Sport Quattro edition, if I remember that correctly. It's a really nice car back then. Obviously the Gorge is a bit old by now, if you look at it. But it's a fun car. Fun fact, since in Gran Turismo it's always about learning as well, right? So we try the same today. You can learn something about cars if you wish to do so. Because the TT was originally, you see that flap on the back, the rear wing spoiler? It was meant to be without it. And then so many people crashed because they expected a more easy to drive car and not as twitchy with a short wheelbase and everything. And it happens so often that people crash their brand new TTs. Another 20%, that's a bit massive, but we could try that. So people crashed, and then Audi decided to put a wing on it. So if you have a really, really early TT and you never went to the dealership, then you actually have one of the few without a wing. Because they then all had wings. Oh, we do it again. That was wrong. Don't want to do it again. We got gold. We got gold. We're behind Michael and behind... That's P1 TV and behind Michael Hisal. The eSports Pro. 11,295. Okay, I'm not as far off as I thought I will be. Still too loud. You guys are joking. Try to change it, but we can try it again. We can try it again, no worries. Alright, Tsukuba Circuit. That's nice. I love that track, obviously, because I'm a big Best Motoring and Hot Version fan. In the A112 Abarth from 85. We got an Abarth here at home, but not on one of the old ones. That's a few more corners, so it's important for us to get a rhythm. Look at that car. Oh man, I love this track. Like, just go over the curb here. Yep. Oh my goodness me, there's basically no suspension on this car. I mean, there's suspension, but as you can see, it loves to go from left to right to left to right. But we managed. Gold again. How far away do you feel the physics of these cars are from comparable cars in the Assetto Corsa 1? Assetto Corsa 1 was always a harsh one for me because it felt really awkward to get used to it in terms of braking points for me. Like Assetto Corsa Corbisone, for example, was way easier to get right. The suspension movement in general, but like I said, I did not unlock any race cars yet, so I want to get there. But the feeling of suspension and weight of the cars so far is really good. So how the car leans and reacts and actually goes onto the tire and like sits on the tire wall to then get around the corner, that feels really good to me. So I would say we need a bit more, obviously, to just judge that. But so far, I like it. Let's see. Oh, 370Z. I tested the Nismo version ages ago back then in Silverstone when it came out. Don't talk while drive. That's what you get for it. It's a fun car and it loves to drift. Yeah, that feels similar to back then. I mean, so it's a few years ago now that I was on track with this car. But it felt really good. Like I said, I think the dynamics in terms of suspension movement and weight transition are really, really good. And you feel that, even here, like if you switch from car to car, there's immediate feeling for you how much the car actually turns in, what is actually the body leaning away. I like that. I think that's really nice. Just quickly want that. What do we get? Oh, Gr86. That's the one that's not even available yet in Germany. Would love to get this. Hizal does a nearly 17 flat. Okay. Michael is over half a second slower. Let's see if we can place ourselves in between. Revs nicely. Okay. Oh. Yep, that was us over speeding the corner. Let's try again. Look for an orientation point to brake. Yep, that was exactly what I was looking for. Couldn't find it. Oh, harsh. Not easy now. Okay. This is really interesting. For example, I'm trying it with the new Fanatec GT DD Pro. Which nicely sent to me earlier so I can actually do this video with a proper wheel. You're doing a good job. Thank you, Ashley. And I have to say, on the GT, that's the Gr86. Never drove that so far, so don't get me wrong. I only drove the normal GT86. Or BRZ, whatever you want to call it, or FRS, if it's a Skion. And they have the same feeling. It's a rear-wheel drive car, but there's not a lot of power, and there's especially no power peak that actually gets the car to rotate on the rear, right? To break traction like you would have on maybe a turbo-powered car. And that was a similar feel coming out of the corner. Like, you push it, and you think, like, it should actually start slipping, and you feel how it gets a bit, like, wobbly, but nothing happens, just because there's not enough power, but the rear tires are really small, because that's why the GT86 are also fun for people with drifting and all that, because you get it on really, really small and bad tires, basically. So it tends to let you slide a bit. But it's just sliding due to weight transition, not really due to overpower. So you're not doing an overpower drift out of the corner. And that felt good there. Lenza Evolution 4. Okay, from 96. full version, Mount Panorama. I owned an Evo 6 back then. It's a lovely car to drive. And always compared to the Subaru, it's a bit more edgy when it comes to turn in. I love that. Let's see how it is here. 4, of course, is a different version. So let's see how that is. We will need way more time in the different cars to figure out how good the model really is. But so far, it's really solid. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so since it's all-wheel drive and an Evo, if you step on it, then it goes towards the outside, really grips in. Didn't got gold this time. Want to try it again. And it's a beautiful car. I'll drive it again. Does the Evo 4 have ARYC already? Where it basically breaks the... where it accelerates the outside tire to push the car onto the inside? I think the 4 has that as well. And we got gold. Good. Hey, Pedro! Yeah, I mean, my birthday is a few days off now, but... never too late. It's fine. I'll accept it. Is gyro steering available for controller? Yes. The game asks you in the beginning, hey, do you want to do X, Y, Z in terms of control? Ha! Right between Hizel and... yeah. Hizel is so much quicker. Damn. Yeah, and you can choose there. You can either do joystick. So steering with the left joystick, accelerating with the right joystick, accelerating with X and square, or... and then steer with gyro, and there were a few options that you can choose. What do we get next? Yeah! FK8, finally! I own that car, not the limited edition. I'm not rich. But the normal FK8 in grey. It's right outside here of the window. Oh, and I'm so happy that it is in the game. That is amazing. Just has the steering wheel on the wrong side. In this, probably. As I bet it's the Japanese version. Oh, look at it. Woo! Oh, they're using the different mode. I never used that mode on track. Like the LED mode there. Ah! That's so cool. Even the things start like the LED start flickering and all, like it does in real life. That's really cool. I have to do that again. That's not gold. We try. Maybe we can do it. Let's see if it can be a bit quicker than that. Yeah, we killed the turbo there. I was too low with the revs already. You heard it and then you felt it. So the thing is, it's a front-wheel driven car, so we need the front tires to pull the car around and make it a bit quicker, right? And if you're too low in revs, then you're just not getting enough punch on the wheels to manage that. Pull! Pull! There we go. And that's once again not gold. Come on, game. One more. We'll try. Maybe I should shift a bit earlier. Because the FK8 torque peak should be earlier than that. Did we make it? Gold! Gold! Yeah, Portuguese comment. I don't speak any Portuguese, nor even Spanish. Hablo español muy mal. You know, I'm really sorry, man. It's not easy. Okay, we did it. We drove the FK8. That's nice. That was my target for today reached. Are you having a laugh, mate? Kinda, isn't it? Alright. So we got one more. to get our first license, which is National B. And we go to Tsukuba. That's nice. Tsukuba and the Clio RS 220 trophy. So there is the Clio 4 RS 200 HP version, and then they made a trophy version because the 200 HP version was slower on the Nürburgring Nordschleife test than the Clio 3 RS, which is Clio 3 RS is 2-liter naturally aspirated engine, Clio 4 RS is a 1.6-liter turbocharged. So they were obviously not happy at Renault Sport with that. And then they built the Clio 4 RS Trophy, which is the one you see here. Different suspension. I think it might even have a different diff setup. It got flappy pedals, which is quite nice for such a small car. And a bit more power, like 20 horsepower more. It's really hard to get into this corner, and it does what the real-life version does as well. It just rips apart your front tires on these tight corners. Alright, that is silver. Let's try it again. Only gold medals allowed, or you won't get the best cars as prize later. Yeah, but I'm far away from doing gold everywhere. It's okay as soon as it's driving. If it's about braking, then I won't make it. Sounds weird, right? I can't brake. Oh, Tsukuba looks so good. I mean, look at it. Oh yeah, once again, I'm too harsh into this one, I think. And then it really goes over the front tires and starts spinning them massively. And then I'm too quick here. Okay. We can do this. A bit slower into the turn, quicker out. Bit less wheel spin out of the turn. I think that was good. The cars feel really good. Just say that. And we got gold. Good. You just wanted to play Gran Turismo 7. It's releasing tomorrow. It's not far off, is it? That was fun. Feeling that the car doesn't have a mechanical slip differential, I think. Because that would explain why it was going over the front tires that massively, like when accelerating, was just lighting them up. I had to be really cautious coming out of the hairpin to make that work. Oh, we got something. But I clicked too quickly. Okay. Oh, there's an animation. We get the Clio. Oh, that's nice. In deep black. What is it? 161 kilowatts. 1,204 kilograms. Not sure if you really get a better car if we get gold everywhere. Oh, Lopez! I met him! Okay, he's basically telling us, congratulations for your license, and I'm the one that's coaching you for your National A license. And I actually raced for Spain in the Gran Turismo events, so that's Gran Turismo World Tour. And I would get... no, we're not using the automatic brakes. We're not using automatic brakes. You see, like, we had golds everywhere where there's driving involved, and then when there's braking and accelerating, we only get silver. And I really have no clue how people do gold. Do we get a... Yeah, you get a better car if you get gold. Quickly try it, but... It's like real life sounds so boring in the car. That's not the game, that's really the car. Jimmer could be in the game, yeah, I don't know. I mean, Andy is. Some of the drivers are. It would make sense. He's the English voice for the game, right? Let's see what we can do in terms of braking now. Oh, we got gold. That was nice. And we beat Michael again. Still 0.2 to Hizal. He's an alien in this game. Absolute alien. Incredible. But I want to get out of the license and actually go racing. But so let's do this last as gold, and then keep on going. Oh, oh, we are. Look, we opened the eyes, the lids. Okay, how can we make this one stop quicker? I mean, we can shift it down like it's nothing. Because it's not our car, right? Half is... No, it was enough! Woohoo! Okay. I thought we were half a second too slow. Hey, Donut! How are you, man? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Okay, we did that. We got gold everywhere. Oh, you need to press every single time. Okay. We get another car. What is it? For everything gold? What do we got? The Clio? Oh, we get the GTO. Nice. So we got our Japanese sports car settled as well. Sports coupe. Not many sports coupes that are all-wheel drive. Another Japanese one would actually be the Toyota Celica T20 as yeah, in every version. I think there's there's a front-wheel driven version as well, I think. Like GT4 version, stuff like that. That was also a coupe with all-wheel drive. Alright, we got the license. Let's see if we can actually race something new. We still have to buy these European small cars to progress. Do we win one of them if we visit the new track that we unlocked? Because we unlocked two new tracks, Brands Hatch and Goodwood, right? Brands Hatch, GT4 Cup. Can I go there? Oh, no, we don't have a car for that. Okay, so we can't go to Brands Hatch. Well, we can go here. Okay, we can drive whatever car as long as it has below 350 LP. We just have to change our tires. And we don't have these tires. Is that what it tells me? Okay. So we're missing the tires. Do we stay with the fit? Or do we buy something? Because we could... Oh no, it needs to be a Mini. Okay, I thought we can actually choose something else. It needs to be a Mini, so... I assume that we can't drive anything with our current cars. Nope. Means we're buying a Mini Cooper. Never bought a car in the game so far. I really hope they will port this game. No, they will not port this game. I'm absolutely sure that they won't. Keep in mind that Polyphony Digital, the team behind Gran Turismo, is 100% owned by Sony. I don't see that happening, to be honest. Okay, so we need a car that fits here. Garage is only our cars, right? Yep. 31,000 kilometers already on. That's the roulette tickets. That's what you get for doing missions. Let's say we got a 1-star ticket, so we either get money, a bit of money, brakes, or a KTM crossbow. We get the lowest amount of money available. Thanks, Gran Turismo. Oh man, 2,000. It gives us 70,000. You saw that that it allowed us to also go into the PlayStation Store and buy credits. We obviously won't do that. Gambling. Yeah, where can we buy cars? That's used cars? Oh, we can't go to the new cars yet. So we have to look at the used car market to see if we can get the right one. There is Andy. Like I said, Andy I know in real life. Amazing to see him here. And he says he got new cars. He also told me prior to the game release that he will make good prices for me. So I expect him to give some discount on them. What could we go for? So we got the Fit Hybrid, we got the Aqua S, we got the Demio Touring. We can't buy a Silvia case. That's a Silvia without turbocharger. It's a naturally aspirated one if it's a K version. We can't buy the Dino Ferrari. Eingeschränkt lieferbar. So it says only limited time available. The Mini Cooper S from 2005. But we look for the old Mini Cooper. The Volkswagen is another car we have to get for our for a collection in this mission. But to do the new race, we would need the car. How does that work? How do you progress? Do we do something wrong here, guys? Do we... You don't see any of the minis, right? I don't see a Mini Cooper here either. An old Mini Cooper. Which means, without the old Mini Cooper, we can't drive in the series. Does that mean they expect us to do more of these? Do we maybe get a Mini Cooper here? Don't know. Okay, he tells us outside, inside, outside, the usual basic idea of how to go through a corner in the BRZ facelift, which is exactly the car that the guy you see on the leaderboard, Michael, owns in real life. So it's a home court advantage. I thought I would need to be slower than that. Oh, and then the rear comes around. Yep, due to all the weight transition. Let's do gold. Let's try to get gold immediately. Look at the car models, like the lights and all of that looks pretty good. Let's see if we can be a bit quicker around here. Fourth gear. Push in, push in, push in. You see it? It's like the car tends to step out a bit. It's just, it's not enough power to really go into a power slide. And that's the same in real life. I love it. Obviously, you can get the car to slide if you just lean it a bit more, if I would. Let's demonstrate that. So, that's why I think the suspension model is really good. Because that's how it is with a real life car as well. It's like you come in, nothing happens, and basically the traction doesn't lose, because I basically can step on it. You see it, I can step on it, nothing happens, right? I step on it, nothing happens, and it only comes around if we actually touch the grass. But if we do that with a bit of weight transitioning, then the rear should step around, not allow us to drift through the entire corner, because the car doesn't have enough power for that, but it should enable us. Let's see, third gear, and then... You see, it's like it comes around a bit, but it's never enough to really get into a drift. And that's the same in the real world on the BRZ. There's actually a video of me on YouTube somewhere drifting that car. So it is similar. It definitely feels like a real BRZ. Cool to drive. If you want to put it sideways, then you have to do a few more tricks to get that done. Scirocco R. Okay, that should be a 2-liter TFSI engine. It's basically Golf GTI. And we do 2 times 90 degrees. Alright. How's the frame rate of the game? So far it was smooth in performance mode. I have to admit, I had a few issues in the ray tracing mode. Not that ray tracing would be on anyway during normal driving, but when you finish the missions, they do video, but not a video, but they show the cars in this mission and give you some information about them, go through the cockpit, and when it went through the cockpit, the frame rate dropped so much that you could see it on the screen. So that's a PS5 non-4K, non-HDR right now. That was a bit surprising, I have to say. I'm now running on the performance mode. And performance mode so far, absolutely fine. A bar 500! Nice, but it's not the SS, right? It's the 135 horsepower version. Or is it the 160 horsepower version? 99 kilowatts? Guys, 99 kilowatts in... PS, HP, what was that? Is that 135 or is that 160? Or 166? Oh, we're at Monza, okay. Interesting where the right-handed version has the turbo gauge. In the European version, they're just next to the steering wheel, so it would be on the right now, and the German version's on the left next to the steering wheel. Such a short wheelbase. Really flinch it around. And we go gold again. first try. It's nice. By the way, if we head into the races, as soon as we have a car to actually do that, it is... I'm running on the highest difficulty. That's what we're doing. 132. Thank you, crew chief. So it was the normal 500. Type R EK9. Ah, what a lovely car. What a lovely car. B16A engine. 180 horsepower of a 1.6 liter naturally aspirated car. That's just crazy. Look how it revs. Ah. I always loved the interior of this car. Obviously tends to get very light on the rear when we step on the brakes and try to steer at the same time. I think I was a bit too slow there. Could have gone quicker. Oh, I can flash my lights. That's funny. That's only bronze! Okay. Okay. Okay, can do this again. Come on, mighty EK. By the way, we can also obviously drive from the outside. Not that we would do that, but it is possible. As soon as I found the button for it. Look. Oh. Oh. Then you hear it a bit better in terms of sound. I missed the VTEC crossover. Wait. Let's listen in. Oh no, it's there. Yep. You can hear it like... It's a bit less noticeable, obviously, in the higher reps, in the higher gears, as it is with the real car as well, but... It is there! It is there. Okay, cool. How to get gold here? What can we do different? Oh, you feel those lines in the tarmac. That's kind of cool. That was quicker than the first try, I think. Oh, we could have gone flat out, and then the car would have not gone so far to the outside. Still only silver. If in doubt, flat out. Exactly. I want that gold. It gets harder. It gets harder. I think we can be flat out the entire time. Maybe. Nah, not in the first corner. But you feel it in stereo. Stereo is like... Doom, doom. It's really cool. Nope. It's like you felt it go and it's like, no. This will not work. Depending on how your tire stands across it, you feel it. That's really nice. What's with my steering wheel? Stay straight, dude. Stay straight. Oh. Thank you very much, Gabe. All right. The steering wheel was just like, nah. Can't be bothered. Quick chat what's happening. We touched it slightly, but program was fine with it. And then flat out through here. Peak of the B16 engine is super late. So let's rev it out all the way. And not get gold. We will just continue. We will just continue. Because we need the car. Like, how do we progress? Did I overlook something? Because we can only buy one car. We can't buy all 3 of the cars that would be needed for this mission. And we need all 3 to unlock the next one. Oh, alright, so we get into the wet now. With the Nissan 180 SX, so that's an SR20 2-liter inline-4 turbocharged rear-wheel driven car from the 90s. With a cool aero kit that wasn't available in Germany, cookie rear lights, or in Europe actually. Which was the second car in my life. I didn't have the 180 or the SR20. In Germany we get the 200 SX with without the body kit and oh we're in Spa. Wrong track. And a 1.8 liter turbocharged engine with less horsepower than the SR20. What's a cool car? Very simple cockpit. So where do I have to brake with a 180 SX? Oh, yep. Oh, there's traction control on this car. I thought we turned everything off. Why is it... Can we turn it off? We got gold though. Even though we were doing really, really badly. Okay. I thought I saw a Mini Cooper in the used car list. Yes, but that was a 2005 Mini Cooper. And for the race that's up next, we have to have an old Mini Cooper, an original one. Not the new age Minis or the BMW Minis. Alfa Romeo 4C. Very twitchy car in real life, I can tell you that. Drove it in Oschersleben when it came out. It's an incredible toy. And we're at Monza with that smartphone as a dash. That was a bit too quick, although it's good on the brakes, but as I said, it's super twitchy in those situations. If you throw the weight to the front, makes it super fun to drive. We won't get gold on the first attempt, alright. Let's try again, I think we can do better than that. Could turn the turn lights on, by the way, with R2 and L2. It's quite funny. Alright, let's brake a bit earlier. That was a lot quicker. Alright. That was good. You saw on the dash that the G radar of the real car is also working here in Gran Turismo. It's a nice detail. I like it. And once again, we were quicker than Michael. That's the important bit. Can't really beat Hizal. If we can beat Michael, I'm fine with that. BMW M3 at Catalonia. That's the E46 M3. What's that? 3.4 liters? Over 300 horsepower naturally aspirated engine? Or is it 3.2 liter? No. Yeah, Monza without the turn 1 crash. But that's just because we didn't race it. That was way too slow, I think. Now we're too low. Can we? Wait. Okay, so we can't change that currently. Traction control. Can we... Is it like GT Sport, where we can maybe do that? Radar? Traction control. Ah, look. That's where we can do traction control. So it's not real life assists on these cars. Because obviously the... I mean, there's traction control ESP on the original BMW M3 E46, but it's not adjustable. Unless you count sport mode as adjustable. It's still kicking in though, isn't it? Oh, it's still on. I'll have to change it every time. And I do it mid-corner while being flat out. Yeah, René, that was a great choice. Solid. Solid. That will probably lead us to us then also getting the BRZ as expected during weight shifting to go sideways. Nope, not gonna happen. Come on. First go is always scouting, yeah. Okay. I never drove the M3 on Catalonia, so I don't know if it's really that aggressive there. I know that you can slide it easily. The engine is powerful enough, but... like the entire right-hander is like, yep, sideways, sideways, sideways. But gold, come on. You think you can change it before entering the test? That could be an interesting one. Let's see if that is true. Yep, we can. Okay, let's see if we can do that for all of the ones. But now that we know that it's on the GTDD, it's on the yellow D-pad, then it's fairly simple, right? That's not a problem. Just sure the electronics work like any responsible car owner. Of course. Tundra TRT. Oh, man. Go from an M3 into a Tundra. Why not? I once did a lap as a driver on the Nürburgring Nordschleife in a Ford Raptor. That was fun because you could drive over any curb and just be like, no one cares about these curves. Alright, let's see. Tundra. That's nice. So they bring back these rally elements because it's the first time that we are on these thingies. Am I too low in terms of reps, or is it a very beefy engine down low? Oh yeah, it's a beefy engine down low. Okay. Not a lot of ref band to be used. No, 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 no! Oh. That was only bronze. No one wants a faulty car, actually. We don't want one. I'm a faulty driver, it seems, on the Toyota Tundra. We have to do a bit better than that. Let's see if we can straighten out the car here and there to get it to use a bit more power. Oh, 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 that's us going off track. Need to turn in a bit earlier. Keep the car hugging the inside line. Let's do the weight transfer a bit earlier here to keep the car at the inside. Ah, but then we run out of track. Okay. I think we won't be able to do that flat out unless I really nail the angle. Which we probably have to for gold. So let's be on the outside, rotate the car early. And then the problem is here. The dip. Yep. This time we got it. We just had to throw the rear around a bit early to make it work. Alright. Gold. There we go. In the end, we just missing gold on the one track where we used the EK3, which is kind of one of my favorite cars. It's a bit sad, isn't it? NSX at Suzuka. It's the old NSX Type R, so that means the very first Type R that ever got out on the market. So before the NSX and 992 with the Type R, there was no Type R Civic, Integra, Accord, whatever. This is the original Type R. Oh, look how quick it revs now. It sounds while doing that. Woo! Light up the rear tires. And it was enough for gold still. Nice. Oh, look at the beautiful car at Suzuka, exactly where it belongs. The car that was developed together with Ayrton Senna, legendary racing driver. He owned one. It's a bit harsh with accelerating. Look at this. Keiichi Tsuchiya would have been proud. That little wiggle. Which means we got our daily practice. That's good. But we're not having. Okay. We do the Supra RZ. Is that the? Is the RZ version automatically the non-turbocharged version? Don't know. But we still miss gold here. So let's. Okay, let's first do the last one and then try if we can get gold. Okay, it's only a few corners. It's right, left, then a hard one. Okay. Supra, no traction control. I can tell you, Supra in real life feels a bit like a boat. It's exactly what you get here. Oh man. Is that a Supra? Yeah, it's even an original one. That's the 2JZ Supra. 2JZ Supra with a gear truck manual transmission. Sequential toolbars, actually. Back then, which was cool. It's a bit sad that you saw that the person steering, like the character, is not steering further than that, so it's limited to, what was it, 180 or something? Okay, we need to be a bit on the safe side here. Use that the engine is big. That's what is it, 3-liter inline 6 with big turbochargers. That was too much. That was too much, Renee. Can't do that. Needs more Casper Racing livery. I think the Casper livery is back in. Like what's that? The Tom Supra, right? Okay, once again, brake. It's obviously not a race car. You can see that with how much the body leans on the braking. So we can basically floor it here. Not entirely. That was a very bad entry. And then we want the car to really accelerate hard, getting all that power, and us not getting gold. Haven't fixed what? What is it? That was too hard into it. The captain. Let's see. Brake, shift down again. That was nice and tidy. Now, try to not get the rear to kick out. Can we make it? Can we nail it? No! What? Ah, that was tough. That was tough. Come on, Supra. Does it have active aero, the RZ? Because they should have active front spoiler. But that might have been a European change. Because the Supras here have active front spoiler. So they still work on the Autobahn. So that's the grip level, that's fine. We kind of have to get it in here. A bit tighter. Was that quick enough this time? Yeah, it was. Alright. And we got gold here. Means we're missing the EK9. Does it have active aero? No. Okay. National A certificate. Okay. Tell me, Captain Suzy, what do you mean? Haven't fixed what? We get the Scirocco R for that. Okay, from the National A, so we're not getting any of the cars that help us. Can you try to explain where the physics and FFB stands compared to ACC and R Factor 2? Whew! Going in hard with R Factor 2 there. FFB. So, as I said, when we now go back to the EK9 task, it's Igor Fraga. He's one of the champions in the World Tour, and he switched to real life racing. Grew up in Japan. Yeah, he speaks Japanese actually. But we have to go back to this one. So what's cool about the FFB? You feel the changes in the tarmac, as I said, on the Tokyo Expressway. It's easy to feel weight transitioning of the car. Doesn't have the same fidelity on the tracks as you would feel in AC, especially in R Factor 2 laser scan tracks like Sebring, Nordschleife. No. So it gives you all the information that you need, but it doesn't give you exactly like there are no like this. The entire track here is flat. You feel bumps when you go over the yellow stripes and stuff, which is great. But you always have the feeling that the track itself is in perfect condition. So that's a difference to gold again. Silver again. That's the difference to R Factor 2 at least, massively, because we know that R Factor 2 road feel is kind of cool. I like track in general when it's the new laser scan tracks. And ACC does a good job there as well. But the weight shifting of the car, that feels really nice. We won't make that one. From Thailand! Wow, that's far away, man. Never been there so far. But it's a beautiful country. Welcome to Overtake.gg, man. Hope you enjoy your stay. Thailand has a huge JDM car scene, right? Just like the Philippines, wasn't that the case? So how can we be a bit quicker here? Oh, that was a beautiful entry. Okay. Renee, now it counts. Come on. No, no! The car runs to the outside. Oh, that was on me. This is PlayStation 5, non 4K. So this is a normal 1080p 60, and no HDR. So normal screen, PlayStation 5. In performance mode. That's what we're currently on. Come on, we have to get that done. Not sure if that was fast or slow. Felt slow, to be honest. Oh, finally. Alright. Do you think G7 sets a new standard for track-focused racing games in terms of visual and graphics? Part of it, yes. Part of it, I would say no. I think the cars are really detailed. The interiors are nice. But we also currently see street cars currently. So I have to unlock the race cars first, right? To see how they are compared, like on GT3s, for example, compared to ACC or the typical titles. There are some tracks where I think it looks really good around, and then I saw some tracks because I saw also a friend doing his review and seeing part of the details around the track, where I was like, I think that's done better in other titles. But overall, I mean, look at it. It is a beautiful title. It has a different style than ACC, which also is down to purely which graphics engine everyone uses, right? ACC is built on Unreal, while Polyphony has its own graphic engine. It looks realistic, maybe a bit too tidy, a bit too clean sometimes, but it's an impressive looking game. And the tracks look really... If you want to say something bad about it, it's probably that everything looks very like perfect. And if you have been to real racetracks, you know none of that is really perfect, right? But it's kind of the feeling that you get in Gran Turismo. So it's a weird negative point. But we still have to do things. Let's see if the cafe gives us something new, because it told us to still do this. You see, we need to own a Mini Cooper S from 65. Don't tell me if I click on start, it actually gives me one of the cars. Oh, it gave me new tracks. Oh, that was stupid me. That is stupid me. Did it give me a race now that I can actually do? Let's go to Brands Hatch. It did! What can you race there? You can race whatever! And you can win the right car. Wait, I can use whatever street car I want? Against the Fiat 500F, a Zamba bus, the VW bus, and the Bart 595 SAS, and another bus. You're joking, right? So I can really just go and take, I don't know, the GTO now? Or the BRZ? Is that the case? Yeah, it's a beautiful looking title. That's for sure. So it really allows me to run this game and to run this car without traction control. Okay. Definitely happy with how it looks. Most of the time. Definitely happy with how it feels. Like the different car models, they really come to shine. Look, this is us now. This feels like driving a GT3 race car in a multi-class race and you're just going through the entry level. Look at it. Sorry, I don't want to touch your car. I think they're very valuable nowadays, probably. So I don't really want to drive into it, man. This is an old-timer track day, and I kind of got into the wrong group with my GTO. I'm sorry, man. Mitsubishi 3000 GT, as they were called in Europe. Oh, it's a short version. Okay. I'll go here. And now we're first. And now we're basically just ending this. Okay. It's all fun. Obviously, traction control not really needed when you got an all-wheel drive and not an awful lot of power. Ashley says I got this in the back. Man, you never know what can happen, right? It's bad weather here in Brands Hatch. What if it starts raining? Oh, we really need the all-wheel drive to save the car? Okay. This is completely different now to the Supra we drove previously. A similar weight, how it feels, but due to the all-wheel drive, different turbo setup. And you hear the turbo spool and everything, which is really nice. Oh, that might have been a bit too much. Never mind. It's never been in the grass on the track day. It's never been close to the limit. The VW Sun lever on the neutralizer once you unlocked it. Yes. You can have that, do not. Definitely. Look how much it dives on a standard suspension line. Like it wants to dig itself into the ground. Yeah, that was a hard race. A GTO twin turbo with 200 whatever kilowatts against the Mini Coopers from 65 and the Samba bus. I don't know how we managed to win this. It was so tight. And we get one of the 3 cars that we need for our list. Okay, that's how we progress. You have to hit start and then it unlocks. René, that sounds so easy, but at least we got the licenses out of the way and got gold there. That's fine. Let's see. That should give us a few more races now. We will use a slower car next one. Like when we go to Goodwood now. We use a different car. What's the slowest we have? How many... What's the LP that these guys have? Do you think the Fit Hybrid stands a chance? So we get the Mini Cooper S? It should, right? At least in terms of fuel consumption. There we are, in the Fit Hybrid. Look, you even got the battery sign on the left, and it drains, which is really cool. Oh, that's a Golf GTI. There's different cars this time. All right. Or did we had a Golf GTI last time as well? Flat out the entire time. Coming for you, Fiat 500. Watch out. The first ever Golf GTI on the left. Iconic car. Tends a bit like the fit as well. So you brake and the front is just like, oh, it's gone. No worries. We got this. We're still there. Golf GTI catched up to us. Fiat Abarth 595. In the slipstream. Oh, we can't really have slipstream from such a small car, right? It's like, even our Fit Hybrid is like twice the size. Hey man. Cheers. Bye bye. Leading car is a Mini Cooper. You see, like, currently there are no cracks in the road, nothing to feel in the steering wheel, right? So that is obviously not on par, I would say, with what we have in ACC and R32, but there are also other types, right? I mean, there's a huge difference between what ACC wants to be and what R32 wants to be compared to GT7, right? It's about car collecting and livery editing and photos and learning about cars and driving street cars. And yep, there had been street cars in the first Corsa, no street cars in ACC. R32 had street cars back in the days when it was still handled by ISI, but now that's Studio 397, mostly no street cars. So it's a different environment. But yeah, it's like, I guess that Goodwood does not feel as smooth and perfect like this one here. I wonder how that will be in the Nürburgring Nordschleife. If it's similar. So it probably means that these tracks are all not laser scanned. Because normally when you do laser scanning, you take all the details. But you can obviously turn that down in case you think the hardware is not up to par. So could it be laser scan tracks? But then they just have to get rid of it because they fear the PS4, for example, couldn't handle it. No, this is not GT Sport. This is Gran Turismo 7. There's no Fit Hybrid in GT Sport. Pretty sure. It's a long race with a Fit. We should have went for the GTO just to get that done quicker. You hear it revving? What a race car. What a race car the Fit Hybrid is. Cars feel really good. Suspension is amazing. Weight shifting is amazing. We talked about that a while ago. That feels really good. Tires, we only used the same tires so far. So I hope that we soon be able to play around a bit with the tires to feel how that changed. Normal tires feel fine. Would love to see how the rest does. Okay, so we got the Mini Cooper. The only one we're missing is the Fiat 500F, which we probably get in the other race. I assume so. Or we have to buy that car, I don't know. But I highly doubt that. Let's see. Nope, we can get it here. Two laps. We won't do a slow one. No, we will drive something different. We go. Every track. I mean, that does not have really much to do with the physics, right? Like, road detail has nothing to do with physics, but... What do we use? Clio Trophy? Scirocco? Guys, give me a quick vote. What do we use for this race? Let me know in the chat. Whatever. First car that comes to mind or comes in the chat, I'll pick. Hurry up! And no, there's stream delay, right? And just imagine we would use a 3-minute stream delay like they do in esports. I would sit here now like... Dum, da dum, dum, dum. Alright, first call was the BRZ. There we go. Ford Shelby GT went for the Subaru BRZ. Crew Chief won the Clio. I'm sorry, Crew Chief. Weather radar. You saw that? That's the weather. I assume there's nothing today. It's a beautiful day in Italy. By the way, we thought about a nice stream where we try to speed run Gran Turismo playthrough with some really tough rules. So that might happen in the future. Oh, with the curve. Oh, we're already first. Okay. So we can fool around now. Ah. Okay. Let's see if we can drift it a bit more. Nope. It's not getting the initial push I would like to have, but then on throttle, no problem. Oh, I turned on the warning lights. How to turn them off? How to turn on the warning lights? Ah! There we go. R3 it is. Well, you feel how the car goes over the rubber, which is nice. Feel the curb. Whew. All planned, guys. All planned. The bump over the curb, though, this is not a real track, right? But I would assume, with looking at the curb, it would feel a bit harsher than that. It's like it's relatively smooth. But it's also a flat curb, so maybe I just didn't hit the rubber exactly how I thought I would. It's fine, there will be another time to full send a box around the track. We can always send some boxes around the track. It automatically turns on the hazard lights whenever we finish a race, by the way, so it was not me still having them on. And we got a third car, and with that we basically finished the mission. So that's how it works. It's like one of the books is done now, which means we now get a cafe video that tells us a bit about these cars that we just got. Let's see. I think for that we have to go into the cafe. Yep, it tells me to go into the cafe, so we do that. Let's go to the cafe. So we finished the collection of European little cars. Lookers at congrats, you got all 3 cars. Your collection is complete. As soon as you have your reward, I can tell you a little story about these cars. That's our reward, another ticket, and the high-speed ring in Japan, and the tuning shop. That's good. And now Luca wants to tell us something about the cars. Let's see. Do we get a complimentary drink? I don't know. So these are one of some of the most regarded cars. It's a beautiful collection. Most famous cars. Look really cool. The Fiat La Nuova. The first car in the world, the first cars in the world were produced at the end of the 19th century. But only in the 20th century they started with mass production. We all remember that was the 4T model, by the way, back then. So if you don't remember that, it's not like I had been there, but it was the 4T model. This meant that cars could be produced for everyone, not just for a few chosen individuals. Back then, a lot of those small and very simple cars were produced and sold as on an affordable price tag. This was made possible due to really good engineers and designers that created the classics like these. The Mini from the United Kingdom. Beautiful looking car. Oh. I'm really sorry. Then the Fiat 500 from Italy. It's more like an Acc, right? It's a different shape. If you normally when you see a Mini Classic, you think like, oh yeah, that's a round shape. But then you see a Fiat 500 next to it, and you're like, no, that is round shape. And the Volkswagen Beetle Käfer from Germany. Completely different then in terms of shape and form to the other two. All of these cars left marks at the history of the automotive industry. Now they all get parked. look at him in the Fiat 500. I once drove a Mini, like you see there, the original Mini Cooper. I drove that from Munich in Germany to Maranello in, I think it was Maranello, in Italy for an event. Let me tell you, that has nothing to do with nowadays cars. Nothing. You really sit awkwardly above the accelerator and the pedals. It feels like a bus, kinda. And once you lift on an autobahn, you're in the way and you're an obstacle to any truck out there. They hate you. Thanks, Cosmo. Any customer can have a car painted any color that he wants as long as it's black. Yep, true. Alright, and Lucas says maybe he will tell us more about this next time. Which means we should get our new missions. We get menu number 4, which says the championship, a racing day, racing weekend on the high-speed ring. Okay, let's see that one. We have to get into the top 3, and for that we get Tsukuba and Suzuka. That sounds nice. We go for a championship. Yep, okay. We will need to be in the top 3. Show me what you can do. Good luck. Alright. EK9 action again. Oh. I love old 90s, early 2000s Japanese cars. Look at it. Oh, that was bumpy. So I like, oh, we go to the high-speed ring, yeah. That was the intro for it. Okay, nice. Can we tune a car for this? Let's look into the event, because we now got a tuning shop. Let's look into the event. And then see if we can maybe tune a car for this. If you guys are interested in tuning a car. Okay, it's more than one race. And we cannot change the car during the championship. And depending on how we do, we might even get a better car. So it needs to be a street car. And we're going up against the EK9, the Mazda Atenza Sedan XDL package. That's completely opposite to Civic Type R. The Swift Sport from 2007 and the DMEO Touring. Joking or simple as a race? Jokingly, I would say. Yeah, I mean they're a bit too much Fast and Furious 9 or the newer Fast and Furious to me, while I prefer the Fast and Furious 1, 2, 3, where things were still kind of realistic. That's why I prefer GT7. Okay, so it says 400 points. That's what you would be looking for. So the BRZ's already too quick. Maybe there is something on the used car market that we like. Let's go there. Let's go to the used car market. So we're looking for 400 or tunable. So the Alfa Romeo Mito is basically there already. Front-wheel driven, turbocharged car. It's a T-Jet engine. The Golf GTI, what? Also has 346. So we could go old school and tune a Golf GTI to 400. CSL, that's already above 400 and above our price tag as well. We only got 151,000. The Alpine is too we could buy the Alpine. It's basically spot on. We could buy a new Mini Cooper, like new Mini Cooper, 2005 Mini Cooper, and tune that. Could be nice. They're the cup race cars, right? Scirocco, that's already way too crazy, the Scirocco R. 911 Turbo, way too crazy. SLS AMG, too crazy, all too expensive. Fair Lady Z, too expensive. Not expensive, too quick, 511. You need that Mini 4 race. Oh, we need the Mini 4 race anyway. You're right. Should we buy a Mini then? Should we buy it? It's 23,000 and it comes with a supercharger. Do we want to go for that one? I think that sounds nice. Anyone saying, like, screaming no to that? 220 newton meters of torque. 125 kilowatts. Well, weighs 1,180. It's quite a lot. The one at the top, the 65. What? This one. But we own it now. We own it. It's blue, marked blue. We own that car now. Because now these cars are available now that we got them in the that we won them in the races. Now all of a sudden are available to buy. So kind of feeling the Mini Cooper, to be honest. I think I want to tune a Mini Cooper. Come on, let's. Oh, it's already 490 points. It's already above the 400 that they said we should do. Should we do Golf GTI? Or tune the old Mini Cooper? I don't know. What could we go for? What could we... I like the Mini Coopers. But it's already too powerful. Don't want to drive a completely overpowered car. Okay, we do Golf GTI, I think. Or do we have a car that could be an option? So much to choose from. Let's see. Oh, we can also do our turns. The roulette, the gambling is back. Money, and an RX. That's an RX8 Ref3. I think that's the latest facelift model. And we get the low amount of credits again. It's another 2K. Get me the car. Come on, a car. RE Amemia RX7 FD3S drift car. Come on. Kind of think like that in front of the release. That's all we get. The credits. Okay, this is our collection, and everything we collect is here. Okay. So, can we... We can see them by category, okay. Then we can probably get... Oh, it's Sunsticker. Alright. GTO. We're not getting them just listed? Like back in the days? You know what? We take the Fit Hybrid. Which also has 400 points. Oh no, that's the BRZ. Okay, I was already confused. It's like I wanted. We probably get the list here. Okay, that makes it a lot easier than going to the collection. But does it have a physical or digital tire model? The Mini you already own. Yes, that is an option now. I wanted to look if the Fit Hybrid could be an option because we can go to 400 points and that's 328, and I kind of like the car. I think having a cool looking hybrid could be nice. So I wanted to use this one. It has a tire model, yes. How elaborate it is, to be honest, I don't know yet. And I'm not sure if there were videos from Polyphony about it, to be honest. Like how much do they how many contact paths they actually calculate? Do they calculate deformation? How's the heating calculated? To be honest, I don't know that yet. Try to figure out. So we go to the tuning shop, that's here. And then... Oh, Rupert! I know Rupert from the World Tour. Yeah, Rupert, you definitely heard of me. I know that. It's an insider, but you definitely heard of me. Okay. 5 categories, from sport till extreme. And you start with sport parts. And when we have a higher collector's ranking, then we can have more stuff. Oh, we can now get club sport already. Okay. Alright, so we got our fit. What can we do to it? Oh wait, we can tune it, yeah, but we cannot let it look differently, right? That's a bit sad. I thought the tuning shop also gives us the chance to let it look different, but no. Okay, so what do we do to our fit hybrid to make it a bit quicker? I think we could have comfort tires. Quite expensive, but... Oh, they level us up immediately. Like, massively. Look at that. 389. So we get a bit better tires. And we want better suspension, I would say. This one might be a bit too much, right? That's exactly 400 points. Okay. This one? It leaves a bit of room. Let's do that. And we want an exhaust because it should sound cooler. If this car ever sounds cooler. And some new brake pads. Brembo brake pads. How much lighter does it get? From 1080 to 993. Okay. But we're not doing that because we're 399 and they told us that the best thing here would be 400 for this championship. So maybe it's a real challenge now because we're just there. Let's do it. Let's do this. Brum 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 brum. 2 races we have to do. 2 laps. Can I change the tires? Is that even allowed? Oh yeah, we got sports. Sports tires on. Cheap and small, reminds me of playing Forza Motorsport. Yeah, I think that was one of the biggest critique points for me on Forza Horizon, for example. I never got to enjoy all these small cars or slow cars because the game basically throws all the hypercars at you. So I like that here. We drive them. Although you saw, we already have a lot of overpowered cars available, right? But, yeah. Would it be cooler if we really struggle to buy our next car? I think that would be nice. I think that would be cool if we really have to get together the money to buy us one car. We can't really choose from a ton. I think that would be nice. Does it even have 6 gears? Yes, it does. Seems like our fit hybrid tuned is relatively quick. You hear the background noise? It now pops and bangs. Wait. That's how it sounds from the outside now. Oh yeah. It pops and bangs a bit. Alright. So the exhaust note changes with which exhaust you put on. I think that's nice. Around the outside, beautiful move. And now all the power available to take down the Swift Sport. Igor Fraga is leading. The guy who does our next license. The guy who was world champion at the GT Sport World Tour. And also races in real life. He's the current leader of the race. Obviously as an AI. Okay, so we see that 400 points, which they said was optimal, might be a bit too easy. So if you really run all the way to the optimal... Oh look, they even put his face then in. Not just for the torque bubbles, but also you see him above the cars. That must feel nice for all these people working on the World Tour or racing in the World Tour, not just people working, that they're really in the game. Oh, you see the lot model changes. So basically the LOD model decides how the car and the car model or general objects in a graphic engine change per sorry, per distance. So you saw that there's a point where it gets more detailed, and then there's a point where it gets a bit more simplified. And if I don't stop talking, I might not even win this. 25 points under the optimal. But we see that the EK9's quicker. You see that, like the actual max speed is quicker off the EK9, which is why we're not getting close enough now to do a move. Oh, why is he braking that crazily? Really slam it there. Around the outside, our signature move. Okay, so we're missing top speed. Oh, it starts raining. Not just the weather looked bad, it also really starts raining. That's kind of cool. Normally, if it just started raining, the track should still be absolutely fine in terms of saturation. It should feel like nearly driving on normal circumstances. Rain sounds good. I mean, it's a normal texture on the windshield, but it sounds good. Gives you a nice feeling. You hear it pop and bang. We made a monster out of that Fit Hybrid, beating Igor Fraga by 2.5 seconds with a Fit Hybrid. It's an EK9. All right, it's another race coming up. ACC is simply the best. ACC is I mean, in both we go racing, yes, but I would say they're not direct competitors, right? You can't collect cars in ACC. You can't do stuff around it. It's like, this is a different experience. Even when racing, when you not go for normal race cars in the game, than ACC. So, it's, I wouldn't say like, oh yeah, but ACC is the best. ACC is a great title as well. But this caters to a slightly different audience, although there's a big overlap, and people will drive it due to different reasons. Now you saw it on the left. You see it's left and right. The track doesn't look too impressive, and I think that is because it also has to work for PS4. It's like on some of the shots, great. Some of the other shots, it's like if you see left and right, it's like, not amazing. Like this is a beautiful shot, right? Which reminds me a lot of the shot of the Forza Motorsport. What was the last one? 6 or 7? Which, you know, the when they had the Porsche 911 GT2 RS as their hero car, and they had this shot from the pit stop. Look exactly like that. GT series better, the amount of stuff you learn. That's the other way around, right? I wouldn't say it's automatically better. It's different. Yes, it shows you cool stuff about cars, and it allows someone like me, who's an absolute car maniac, to talk a ton about cars and their differences, and the knowledge that I gathered over the years on cars, which is nice. Which is not in ACC, right? But as I said, ACC is a replica of real-life GT race series, so that is completely different. Okay, our first real rain race. Is that's probably wet now, right? Yeah, it is. I'm not feeling it that much yet. Oh, still on our sports tires. We also didn't win. Oh, that was a puddle. Okay, you feel that? It's all of a sudden dry here. Oh look, that's the guy, I forgot his name. It's something with S, another esports racer. He was the coach on the first license. That's cool, we get all of them now. Look, these are all G-Sport World drivers. Probably not all of them. Yeah, not the guy in front of us. Because there's no picture next to his name. Igor Fraga is leading again. Where's the EK9? There is the EK9. All right. Oh, due to the better brakes and suspension. You feel the difference in suspension, by the way. Like, we changed the suspension on this car. Changed the handling slightly just because we didn't went for a race suspension. But you can feel it, and that is nice. There were games out there, especially racing games, that had tuning where you bought new parts and you never felt it really made a difference. If you ever want to try out a title where you struggle to feel the difference, the best one would be Initial D Extreme Arcade Stage. That's the PlayStation games that mirror the arcade stations in Japan, where you can drive these Initial D races. And there, you tune it, but you never, due to how the track is, you never really have the feeling of that it does anything. I mean, the car seems to become quick at one point, or you just become better, I don't know, because you progress. But it's like, you never really have the feeling it made a difference what you just did. You are used to the correct, often the sim titles that don't have adjustable, or more or less unplayable for me. Okay. I think you get used to it quite quickly again. That's what I would say. I can live with this perspective. It's harder for me to actually adjust again to have a steering wheel in front of me. And moving arms, because normally I always turn that off on the sim titles. Because I got my own DD closer and my screen is normally a lot closer. Because I had to switch screens, as unfortunately the PS5 does not support ultra widescreen. So no 21:9 aspect ratio and stuff like that. So yeah, the 400 LP car is a bit too much for this race. Although we're 399 LP. How is it compared to ACC? Everyone's asking ACC, right? But for that, we have to unlock the GT3 race cars first, I would say. What we already compared was obviously the tracks, and the tracks miss the road detail. So nearly all of the tracks, they just feel super flat, right? Nothing happens. There's no bumps in it, and the usual stuff that you're used to nowadays on sim titles, due to the laser scan. Can you walk around cars and view interiors? That's a good question. Can we do that? I would guess so. I mean, in escape mode, we can move the camera, so that is doable. All right, a few more money. Oh, we got 15,000 credits for that. Thank you. And we won. Oh yes, 2 Type Rs, an Integra DC2 Type R. Oh, we have to choose one. Oh, I want the Integra. I owned one years ago, a Japanese pre-phase DC2 Integra Type R. Oh, I want that one. Which card is it though? Ah, and I get the Suzuki Swift Sport. The one car out of these. Mine was a 1996. That's a 98 facelift. But there were 2 cars I would have been okay with, and I choose the one that I'm not interested in. Vista mode, yeah, I remember that. Let's see if there's something like this. Ah, that one car. What's he saying? Daniel Solis is back. Ah, okay, he tells us that it is raining. We should be stay safe. Okay, is there something like Forza Vista? What's this? Presentation room. That could be something. No, that's where we have all of our screenshots and stuff, right? Yeah, okay. That is screenshots. Maybe in our garage? Let's figure that out for Weber. Yeah, it's a question. We try to solve it as always. Ah, okay. So Scapes basically shows you your car on the Scapes locations, driving around, so you can just watch it, which was really cool. If anyone out there remembers, this game is more arcade than sim, right? I mean, there's no damage model. There's time model, there's fuel consumption, there is tire degradation, so it's sim on that side. It's not sim when it comes to touching other cars. There's no damage to that. But I would still say it's totally fine with calling it Simcade. If you remember GT Sport, you had these Scape locations where you can take pictures of your car. One of those locations, when you go to Nürburgring, you could choose in Müllenbach down to Zermüllen. That's actually where I lived. And that was really cool because I never went into Scapes back then. And a friend was showing me, that's the Red Bull hangar, by the way, in Austria. We did the world tour there at one point. A friend was sending me a screenshot, and I'm like, oh, that's the corner. Down there to the right, if you drive down here, and then you go to the right there in the distance, and you just drive straight, you're basically at our old house. That's amazing. That's the road I drove every day back from the Nürburgring track to home. Oh, that's down. That's Müllenbach exit. Müllenbach, the location. That's Nordschleife. And then you go through this S corner down the hill, either straight to Zermüllen and Kelberg, or to the right to Rotenbach. That's really nice. It was Ace back on PS2. Oh yeah, that's a long time ago, man. That's a long time ago. It feels good. It gives you a great feeling of the car, and I think it's the right mix for a Simcade title. That's what I would say now. It's like, especially the movement of suspension and all that we talked about, that tires, they feel good. Say, what's that? Brand Central is now open. And Brand Central, you can buy you can buy cars from 2001 onwards, 21st century, yeah, and race cars. Okay. Which means we're now capable of buying our cars, and we unlocked Suzuka Circuit, and we unlocked Suzuka Circuit, and Brand Central, and Japanese FF sports cars, so front-wheel driven cars, front engine, front-wheel drive. Let's see. They want us to get a Swift Sport. Luckily, we got that already, and guess what? They want us to get a Civic Type R EK9 and an Integra Type R DC2. All right. Yep. Where the engine is front, that's the first F, and the front wheels are being accelerated, that's the second F. Okay. I wonder if there's anything coming here, because I normally skip that. Does it show us the cars? Nope, it shows us our car leaving, basically. All right. All right. So I think there's only the Scapes so far, at least so what we can access currently. Brand Central, buy brand new cars. Let's see what's there. This is Brand Central. Oh, Ford GT passing by, Porsche Taycan in the background. Starting from 2001. There's the FK8, Honda NSX. But the models down there, you saw they had not the same graphical fidelity as the player cars in the races. You see that here. They're not the same models. These are Scape models, I think. Not your car in Scape looks amazing, but you see there's always like the scenery cars from the entire scene. They're not great. So they use different detail, obviously, stages. He's Martin. He's our dealer, basically. And he tells us about cars. Alright, you can go to Michelin, BBS, and Brembo if we want to get special cars. Let's check Michelin for now. Let's see what it does. Oh no, we can't get cars here. Museum and videos. Nope. Okay, same for BBS or other cars. Nope. Same here. And Brembo. Nope. Same here. Okay. Let's see what cars we have available. Let's go to Europe. Jaguar, Aston Martin, McLaren, Buck, They did the Buck Mono, if you guys remember, Radical and Lewis Hamilton for the UK. What's Lewis Hamilton? Also no cars. Okay. Maybe they don't show us all of them. Volkswagen, AMG, Mercedes. Oh, Mercedes and AMG. Split. Yep. BMW, Audi, Mini, Porsche, and rough as leaders there. Italy, Alfa Romeo, Ferrari, Lamborghini, Fiat, Bath, Maserati, Pagani, Zagato. They do special builds of Italian cars, like a Maserati, for example, and Brembo again. France, that's the the FIA. It's probably also just for information, right? It gives you like information videos, yep, and museums. That's cool. That is Renault, yep. Peugeot, Citroën, DS automobiles like the DS3 back then when it was still Citroën DS3, Alpine, Bugatti, and then for Austria it's KTM. Yep, a mix of dealerships and museums. USA, Ford, Chevrolet, Dodge, Infiniti, Tesla, Chaparral, DMC, G-Ready, the Tuner. What's that? Chris Holstrom Concepts. Okay, Eckert's, Rott and Customs, and Wicked Fabrication. That's it. What's Wicked? Showroom. Oh, they have a car. The Wicked Fabrication GT51. Oh, look at these tires, man. Naturally aspirated engine. 421 newton meters torque out of the naturally aspirated. Oh, it's a 6 liter. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. And then probably the most is in Japan, right? We got Toyota, Nissan, Honda, Mazda, Subaru, Mitsubishi, Suzuki, Daihatsu, Lexus, Gran Turismo, Super Formula, RE, Mamiya, MU's Powerhouse, BBS, and then from Korea, Hyundai and Genesis. Genesis is the luxurious brand of Hyundai, similar to how Infiniti is the luxurious brand of Nissan or Lexus of Toyota and stuff like that. Okay, we got 184,000. I wonder, how much is a Porsche race car? How much is a GT3 so we can actually test one against ACC? Let's check that out. Yeah, let's not talk about that because they're way more expensive. 160,000. So we can get a normal GT3 from 2009, but we probably can't get a GT3. That's GT4, 350,000. Oh dear. And then, oh, there's the GT3. No, it's the RSR. It's GTE. Where's the GT3? No GT3. No GT3. They use that as RSR. Oh, they use that as Group 3. Okay. Okay. Is there a different car where we might see a GT3? AMG GT3 could be, right? That's a GT4. Group 4. That's a GT3. There we go. 450,000. Okay. That's let's just say it's still a bit off for us. So no GT3s for now. Let's do a few more races and then see what happens. Alright, back in action. Go to Japan and we visit, what do we visit this time? High Speed Ring, they tell us to visit. For the FF challenge to win. Oh! You get 35,000 credits for the Clubman Cup Plus if you go in there. What do you have there? Can be street cars professionally tuned. 550 max. Okay. That's another 150 points on our fit hybrid, guys. Okay, it needs to be a street car from Japan, front wheel driven car. So basically your fit hybrid fits right in there. And you're going up against cars from a 450 LP class. We could tune the Swift Sport or we can tune the fit hybrid. What do you guys say? What do we do? Swift Sport or fit hybrid? Probably if we would do Swift Sport, then we have a similar tuning to what our fit hybrid has now. But with a fit hybrid, we could probably go to the next level. So, Okay, Weber says fit. I kind of feeling the fit as well. So let's go into the tuning menu and tune our fit on the Overtake Love Island. So what can we do to bump it up a bit? What's with rate reduction? That gets us to? Oh, I think we have to get the first step first. Yep. Okay, then we lose some weight. And we get to 413. Okay, we do that. Fit hybrid speedrun, yeah. If we lose, we're out. So the fit hybrid needs a bit more power, I would say. Was it 108 kilowatts. Okay, so we got everything here. So you go to Club Sport. Can we get a differential? Kind of sounds good to me, to be honest. We should get the differential because the fit hybrid doesn't have a differential. And we should probably get the better suspension. Yeah, let's do that. Spending all of our money. Do we want to do any of these? Probably not. I mean, we don't have to lower our car currently, so in terms of points. 440. 441. Can you do engine swaps? I assume so. No, I can't access Extreme, so I can't even look. If it's not unlocked, we can't check it. Oh, this gets us from 1.5 liter to 1.5 liters. 150 kilowatts. 150 newton-meters of torque. Let's do that. It costs a lot of money, but let's do it. Because now we're nearly at the maximum of what we can do, but we can't buy anything here anymore besides this, and that would get us above 450, and we're not doing that. So, yeah, our fit hybrid. But I didn't saw any space yet for us to buy different rims, so I guess we still have to unlock that. It's probably the building on the bottom right. That should be the building. NSX engine in the fit. That's our next one. NSX in the fit. In the bin. Okay, let's do this one here. Let's see if our beautiful fit hybrid can manage the Swift Sports and the Integra and Civic Type R. As your crew chief, we are in optimal full send mode now. Thank you, Ashley. That's what I want to hear. Let's see how it does. Revs up more freely, that's for sure. Shifts a bit quicker. Now that we have the other clutch in. That EK9 really wants to stay in the slipstream instead of just passing. He was way quicker. Oh, thank you. He was way quicker, and then was braking for him. I mean, our fit hybrid down here looks absolutely solid. I love how it pops and bangs now. Hybrid, it's amazing. Fit hybrid, best car. Yeah, 2 Swifts, but we don't want to go Swift. We are Honda fanboys today, so we're doing the Swift, the fit hybrid. Look how now with the front diff, it really pulls around the corner. Look at that. Before that, we were only going to the outside. We couldn't really get grip and traction, but now no problem. You just pull it in. Might be a bit quick for this one. Nope. Oh, our fit hybrid. It's destroying these guys. Look at it. Battery is nearly empty though. Not quite sure what happens then. 6 gear. Fit confirmed, quickest Japanese front-wheel driven car. Better than the FK8. Oh, it's once again the same issue as the last race. The EK9 just has a bit more speed. So we need to get slipstream, and then we can get back on it, onto him. Yamanaka in the DC2. Have to catch up to him, it's the last lap. Now, you see that also? The car into the corner with the new suspension. A lot more stable than previous tuning. We always saw it like going from left to right, feeling like a boat, rocking the boat kind of thing. And now it's way more solid. And the front diff gives us the traction in the corners that we want, like here. That here you feel it massively. And the suspension keeps us in check. Look at it. It's not much body roll anymore on the car, so that's nice to see that the the entire tuning, like you do a bit of it, it's just like, yep, I know that I changed something in the car, which is nice. I mean, still not quick in terms of max speed. Look at it. We get into 6th gear, but kind of 190, that's where it ends. The Fit hybrid race car. In Japan, it's a car they use for racing. Honda Jazz, Honda Fit. Why? Because the chassis, in terms of how it's built and the torsion, how much it can flex and all of that, is similar to Type R models. It's a really stiff car, which is why they like it as a base for K20 swaps to race them. No joke. We got the DC2, thank you very much. And we have access to semi-race parts now. Question is, for the last race, do we change from our Fit to the DC2 to have a similar car and just see how it is? Or do we stay with a tuned Fit and destroy all of them? What do you guys think? It's at Suzuka. Do we change the car? Do we keep the car? Do we go stock Integra Type R? Let me know. Quick. DC2 100%. Weber is always the quickest. Okay, okay. DC2 it is. Oh wait. Pushed the wrong button because I was playing the Switch previously. Alright. There we go. Suzuka Circuit. East. 3 laps. And we want to win in the Civic Type R EK9. DC2, man! DC2! Oh, this fake carbon in the center console. Oh, how I missed that in real life. That looked so funny. Oh, brakes are a lot worse than our previous Fit. Tires are worse. Engine's better. Ah, sorry, have to go through. My people need me. You see that? The car revs up because one of the front wheels is spinning. That's why the engine revs up, but we're not really going anywhere. Is that a Prius? Because that's what you bring to a race. Prius. Would be nice in the Honda yellow. Yeah, a yellow Integra looks really nice. I think we need to be a bit quicker. You see the weight transfer and then it comes around with the rear bit. Fun to drive. Fraga is fighting against Yamanaka. Oh, 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 I completely missed that one. Saved it though. And the gearing is obviously not really built for Suzuka. Second gear, third gear all the time. But this is AI on highest difficulty. But it's the first race, so I guess they try to make it easy for you. But we're using a stock car, we didn't do anything, and we could easily pass Fraga now. This is a deep dive. You see, the car is also moving a bit more with the body, as in terms of body roll, compared to our Fit, because we're using a standard suspension here now. Not the Club Sport suspension that we had on the Fit. It's not as bad as the Fit in standard, don't get me wrong, but the suspension itself, it's not as good as what we have on the Fit. Oh, went a bit too far. What console and mode are you playing on? It's PlayStation 5, no HDR and no 4K. So standard 1080p 60 in performance mode on a PlayStation 5. So, with that, we did our next mission, actually. And we're done. We got another Japanese front-wheel drive car. Right, guys, these were basically the first 2 hours of Gran Turismo 7 for PlayStation 5. The big global release is tomorrow. We will stream Gran Turismo again next week. So, obviously, get to our Discord. You can find that in the description. Follow the channel, like, subscribe, all the things you should do. Ring the bell. And then let us know. You want to see more GT7? Should we dive into specific topics of it with videos or streams? So, car tuning or just specific, whatever you want to know about GT7, hit us up in the comments here, in the comments on Discord, on Twitter, on Instagram, whatsoever, and we will look into it. We're more than keen on getting ourselves into Gran Turismo 7, so if you got any questions, let me know, and then we will try to answer them. But for today, that's it. In terms of today's stream, I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks everyone for coming by. Thanks Ashley for hanging around as always. Best crew chief that we can have in the Overtake community. For Weber to come around, I hope you enjoyed it. Thomas and everyone else who was in. We will come back. As I said, there are new videos every week. There's streams every week now. There's a quiz community night coming up. Community quiz night, the other way around, where you guys can actually win some Steam gift cards, for example, stuff like that, and play with us in the quiz night about racing, sim racing, real racing, awkward stuff in the automotive industries. All of that will happen on the 16th, if I'm not mistaken. So mark in your calendar. That will be very, very cool. So yeah, just be sure to be around at overtake.gg. My name is René, and I'll see you guys next time.